Well, welcome back to Rancho Fundo here in Brazil. Good morning to you. It's about 6:30 in the morning. We're in the month of June now. We slept in a little bit. I mean, it's sunny out now. Definitely daylight. We don't have a ton of stuff to do. We got to do the coffee. We baled our grass field in the last episode as hay. We could probably clear those bales off of that field and maybe fertilize it so we get a good showing for it next time, I guess. Our bottled milk. We do have some bottled milk here. We can take that into town. What we probably could do, let's get the pickup down here. We'll get the tailgate open. And we'll put that in there so we can take it into town when we take the green coffee beans that we've been drying from last month. Let's see, which way does, how's that open? There we go. We'll take our green coffee beans to the roaster and get our fresh ones into water processing or wet processing and drying, so we'll have more yet to take tomorrow. So in Brazil, coffee is harvested from May through September. So that's when we started pulling coffee cherries from our plants. And so, June through what's after September, October. We'll be getting our green coffee beans and taking them to the roaster, which means July through November we'll have roasted coffee that we can pick up from the coffee roaster and sell. And I think we're getting a lot, like $40,000 when that happens. So let's head down to the field. Let's go head down to the coffee plants here. Get ready to collect those up. I guess, while I have the tractor, I'm going to drive all the way down to the rice field. We planted rice, drilled it back in, April? In May, we flooded the field. I got to go check, make sure that it's still fully flooded. I think it's about every month that you got to check on it. I've only done rice on Riverbend Springs, right? Where I actually went through the harvest. So. Gets pretty muddy down here. Oh. So yeah, it looks kind of dry. I wonder if I should have flooded it at mid. I don't think it matters. As long as you get it flooded. I wonder what happens if you don't flood it. All right. We got our oat field here. that'll be ready to harvest, I think, next month. I think in July. We've got all of our coffee kind of collected down at the bottom. I really ought to come over here with the mower and cut the grass down at this lower end so I can see where the dang pallets of coffee cherries is at. Here's one here. I think last time I was stacking them, right? That's how I was getting them. I wonder. I'm worried about this one. This is just too much slope. I don't like this spot here. Should have the pickers put this crates like somewhere else. Because when I start backing up, I get scared. How far off am I? Quite a bit, actually. See all the way down. There we go. I got him. Yeah. This working on the slope is a little nerve-wracking. Okay. All right, let me go get the pickup and the trailer. Oh, that was a nightmare there at the end. I don't know what was going on. Couldn't get him off. All right, so we got the coffee loaded up here. Take this up and get started on the processing of these. We'll grab our green coffee beans that we have ready to go, and we'll take them to town. Oh. I get lost when I come to that turn up to the farm here. I don't know why. Very muddy. We did get some rain last night. So we have our most current coffee dropped off. That begins the wet processing where we deflesh the coffee cherries, soak them in water for a day or two, and then we dry them. And then we get, and drying them is the, if I can see it here, see the thing that looks like a greenhouse. That's actually a rice sapling greenhouse, but we're using it to simulate where we dry our coffee beans. And then we get our raw coffee beans here. Why are there so many here? I don't know. That seems odd that I have so many. I should take more, I guess. And then we're going to take these to town. Did I open the gate up here? I don't know if I did or not. I didn't yet. A little bouncy. So what I'll do is I'll take these to the roaster, and then we'll take the milk wherever we can take our bottled milk. But we don't want to take it there first, because wherever we take it to probably also buys raw green coffee beans. We don't want to do that because we want this to go to the roaster. So we'll go to the roaster first and then figure out what to do with the milk. And then, and I'm not going to drive up there because it won't be easy to turn around with the trailer on it, but up that way you can barely see some of the grass bales. We got to go get those moved to the side of the field at a minimum. We don't have a bale trailer, and we don't have a actually we don't even have proper bale spikes for that matter. Arrived in town. Coffee roaster's just close. Just up this hill here. Those roasted beans there aren't really mine, I don't think. So we'll deliver our green coffee beans, and then tomorrow we'll be able to come pick up 8 pallets of roasted coffee that will be ours. In order to do that, we do have to make sure that it is processing. So let's make sure it's activated. And then, let's see, where can I take the milk? Bottled milk, $15.88 at the rural restaurant. So yeah, we'll take it there. Come out of here, turn to the right. Turn right at the potty. To the right here. Back up. The delivery location should be right over here somewhere. We'll unstrap. Oop, maybe it's a little further back. There it is. $15.89 for the milk. Now I'm not sure if we're supposed to go out this way or the other way. We'll go down this way. Try and turn left across out of here. I should load Highlands Fishing Expansion so I can get the fishing rod. We can go fish. Since we're out and about, we'll go stop by the implement dealer, the store, and see if there's any used equipment maybe that we could use, or jump pretty quick. See if there's any used equipment. Well, we really can't afford anything, right? We got like $5,000. Really need to sell some coffee. Or maybe a contract we can do. It's a new month. If not, we can mess with our grass field today. I'm not sure what else we have to do. Of course, I do have to pay attention. Sometimes I'm forgetting to do things because the months are going quick, and yeah, like I didn't fertilize our oat field when I should have. What do you have for used equipment? Yeah, nothing for us. Thanks. Hey, you know if anybody's got any work? Quite a few contracts available. Kind of harvesting spinach? Nah, I don't want to do that. Hoeing, that'd be easy. We could do that. Anybody near us? Not really. Spraying. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Nothing really caught my attention there. It is June. It'd be nice to help one of the larger farmers with like a big harvest of corn or soybeans in the fall, but Using their equipment, of course, not ours. So we'll head back out to the farm and go grab the tractor, maybe clear some hay bales and fertilize the grass field. Alright, so we'll walk down to the tractor. I like the other entrance that I put in. I like that one, but this one's good too. I like that as well. Actually, let me walk on the corner of the oat field here. Yield bonus is only plus 45% because we only got half fertilized. It needs lime, it needs plowing, it needs rolling. We should try and look at doing better next year. I could get do I have stones on or off? I think I have it off. I could get maybe lease a subsoiler that give us a plowing state, and then lime. Yeah, I don't know. Need to make some money first, though, right? The bananas. Yes, we have no bananas. I think I'll grab these 2 hay bales. This is from when we cut up here. Actually, yeah, I need to cut the grass down here. Would make it nicer too. Might have to do that. I can probably do that off camera. Kind of jockey around here, try and get them both at once. I think the pen will take it. There we go. Probably really should get proper bale spikes, but instead of jamming them on the pallet forks, but we are not exactly in a great financial situation right now. We will be doing good once we're able to start selling the roasted coffee again, so I'm not worried. Not this way. It's over here. I get lost on my own farm. And then tight right. Do I have to bring water to the cows here? I don't think I do. Must be plumbed in. Oh, great. Right in the middle of that track. Yeah, the elevation for the animals is not great on this hillside. like sunk in. It looks like I got one through the fence over there. Alright, that's good. Alright. That's water buffalo and that's cow. How's the bedding? We could shred some straw bales. Okay. I'll do that. Grab the top one here. Where can I put the weight where I won't lose it? Put it in the middle of the track so I won't forget it. I don't understand why they're so crowded around the building here. Why don't you go out in the pasture? Cows. Alright, so let's see if I can figure this out here. Oh, it'll do it from here. Still shredding, ain't it? Yep. Come on, cows. Give me a break here. Detaching tool not allowed. Oh, on the wrong tool. As usual. Okay. Crush your head. why don't these cows go up the pasture? I don't know. Alright, so they're fed. They got straw. They don't need water, right? No. Okay. I can get slurry from here, huh? Got quite a bit of manure. I wonder what this will hold. Coming out the back, too. Cool. Why don't they come up here on the slope instead of hanging out by the building? I guess because I just gave them food. That's probably why. Alright, let's head over to our grass field, and I suppose we could start. I should get that field there. I wonder how much that one costs. Probably a lot. We can get there going this way. Oh, yeah. I feel like I just got fuel the other day. But I guess we did run a long time when we were in this field cutting this grass. I was afraid of that. One of them rolled down into the river. Hopefully it's not too deep. I wonder how that happened. Got it. I tried to be very careful about that. Apparently not careful enough. So then I guess the question becomes where to put these. I think up at the top. Eh, come on. Yeah, there you go. I suppose it probably worked better if you had the right tool for the job instead of trying to use pallet forks, but... Come on. Gotta aim better than that. Get them wide. There we go. Wide as they go, it'll probably work better. Get them spread out. There we go. Got it. Alright, so what I'm thinking... Probably out near the top. this is fairly level right here. Right in like this area. I don't think they'll run down the hill or anything from here. So I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time clearing these. And then we can fertilize this. And we want to get it fertilized sooner than later, because once it's not growing anymore, once it's ready to harvest, we won't be able to fertilize it again. We did get it fertilized this time, didn't we? I don't know if I have enough fertilizer. I should have bought fertilizer when I was up and down. Alright, well there's the store of hay bales. I'll take these last two back to the farm with me. Might as well, because that's where I need them. And I'm here, so I'm going that way. We're not sure where I'm going to keep them just yet, but probably would be best to have them there, because then I have them nearby to go take to the cows instead of having to come all the way over here for it. And maybe every time I'm over this way, if I have the pallet forks on, and move a couple over there, but rather than, you know, drive them all the way back there myself. Each time I put two on here, that would have took a long time, I think. I think this will work out okay. So we'll run back with these. I'll figure out where we're going to put two of them. And then probably do a little bit of maintenance here on the tractor and refuel it. I notice it's pretty worn and low on fuel. Take a break for lunch, figure out what we're going to do for fertilizer. I think we're about out. Slow down here and take a look in the building here. They do have a bag there. I wonder if I should try and store these inside somewhere. maybe over here. Oh, dang it. I don't know what it is lately. Been having more trouble with bales not being even on the bale spikes or pallet forks. I don't know what that's up. What's up with that? All right, it's noon already. Refuel. And we'll do a little bit of maintenance on the front loader and the tractor. Yikes. 3961. And then and 400 liters. And this has got 74. That's not much. I think we're probably going to need to go get a couple of bags of fertilizer. Like what, 19, 20 a piece? Mike could get 2. Mike could. Let's get something to eat first. I'll see you in about an hour. Alright, so it's just after 1. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go buy some fertilizer. I don't think that's enough. But I got some milk, so we can take that with us. That'll help pay for it. Yeah, we used some of our fuel. That's a shame, you know. I could have got the fuel when I went to town. Dang it. Up diminishing our fuel store here at the farm. Gotta think this stuff through, because it's a long drive up to town. We usually do it as a time lapse sometimes, just to enjoy the scenery. Sometimes we drive it slow, and sometimes we have to do it as a jump cut. My assumption is I'm probably going to the same place, but you know what happens when you assume, so let me check. Bottled milk. Man, it's at its lowest right now, too. $16.05. You know what? I'm just going to take it to the farmer's restaurant. It's only $1. And I don't even have 1,000, do I? Oh, I do. It's 1,000. But I'm just going to go ahead and take this to the farmer's market because it's closer to the store. And then we'll go get, I think we should be able to afford 2 bags, big bags of fertilizer now. farmer's market right here on the left. Set it down right here, we should get paid. Yep, 1606. That'll help us pay for the fertilizer we gotta buy here. Hello, any changes to the used equipment? Still got that bulk trailer, right? And so this is new, but we have a baler. That would be really cool, but we don't have anywhere near that amount of money. If it's here next month, that'd be great. I doubt if it will be. I need fertilizer, please. 2 big bags of the helm will be fine. 38.40. Thank you. I'd ask her again about contracts, but I don't think it's going to be any different. So let's just grab our fertilizer and go. We'll get back and we'll fertilize. So what? We got $1,716 is all. That'll change tomorrow in July when we're able to sell some roasted coffee. And then July, I think that'll be harvesting the oats. Of course, then we'll have expenses as we try and repurpose that field. We'll need to, quote unquote, plow it. Maybe we can get away with the subsoiler. That's what I'll probably try and do. Should we buy it or lease it? Probably lease would be the best thing to do for us. And then what, lime? Yeah, figure that out. Let me run back to the farm with this. Somewhat carefully. I think if we take it easy on the turns, don't get going too fast, we should be all right. There was a couple of times I nearly lost control, and I think one time, I don't think there's any argument, I clearly lost control. I'm gonna put these down right here for right now, because I gotta move the mower. I'm gonna forget it here, but I'm gonna drop the weight right here. And then there is, for some reason, is it my pallet forks that are so worn? I'm gonna see what it is. I'm probably not close enough in there. Let's get closer. Oh, I'll just pull in there and grab the mower, and then I'll see what it is that's making my maintenance bar so low. It's probably the pallet forks, but I don't know. $46. Let's just do that. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm going to put the mower here. I'm going to have to come back and get it, though, to try and kind of clean up that grass by where we pick up the coffee, because it's just so hard to see those pallets. I'm not going to try and hang on. I'm not going to try and mow the hillside again between the coffee plants. That was just too much. But watch out for that column. Put this in there. Hang on. Get that bag. Hit it. There we go. No, watch the top. There we go. Oh, watch the roof. Watch the roof. Can I get it? Or not? I don't think so. There we go. Might have a tough time picking the spreader up now, though. Yep. Oh, there we go. I got it. There's not very much fertilizer in this bag left. If I can see it, let's see. 170. I don't think it's going to be enough. So what I should do is take one of the full ones. And put this one here for right now. Take one of the full ones with me, and we'll go fertilize that grass field. This thing's bouncing around. It's a little precarious with the weight on the front loader like this. I think that's, yeah, I don't want to have this bag on the forks when I'm doing this field, because I'm going to end up flipping the tractor or something. So I'm going to take it up and drop it up here at the top of the field, and then I'll just come over and fill it there. That way won't be unstable, because we are on quite a bit of a slope here. I'm gonna have to make a sharp turn down at the bottom, and you know, I don't know, think back to, if you've been with me for a while, think back to Bali Spring. Do you remember when I was fertilizing the field and I turned and ended up dumping my tractor into the canal? That's crazy. Yep. So, yeah, we'll do this. We'll run down the hill. It'll be going, probably get the speed up pretty good. Try and slow down before we get to the bottom, so we don't end up driving into the river again. like we did in Bali Spring. That was actually pretty good. I went and I got an excavator and we ended up plucking the tractor out of the river and putting it back up on land, and then I don't think I used it again. Did I ever use it again? I certainly parked it for at least a year to represent how much effort we had to go to make it usable again. So I'm actually overdubbing this part, if you can't tell. I don't know what happened. The video file, the capture file got corrupted somehow. And I'm not quite sure, because I've been kind of trying to make sure it doesn't happen. If I go and I take a look at the files while I'm still in the game, I can go out and take a look at, what is it, media or something on the PlayStation. I can take a look at it, and if I can click on edit without getting an error, it usually means that the video file will be okay. At least certainly when I have one that doesn't work anymore, like this one. If I use this complete video file, I won't be able to do that. But I was able to in this one. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here in Brazil at Rancho Fundo. Why am I turning that way? I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, and if you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time.